Morning everyone, I'm Sundar, a high school student. I was born in the year 1997 and at that point of time, my life revolved around my cradle and my toys. It's 2015 now and the world's completely opened up to me. It's a constant talk about global warming, environmental degradation and melting snow caps. Our population would have hit 9 billion by 2050. Now, how do we prolong our self-destruction? It's quite simple. I eat this. 2.1 billion people in the world already eat insects as part of their diet. Not as a delicacy, but part of their diet. Did you know that all of us unknowingly already eat insects? Yes, the FDA has a leverage amount for the number of insect parts there is in any food item. Chocolate has 30 parts per every 100 grams. Peanut butter has 60 parts per every 100 grams. And the most ridiculous one, noodles, for every 225 grams, you have 225 parts of insects. So since we're already unconsciously eating insects, why don't we just consciously eat insects? Going a bit further, let's look at the output ratio. If I have 10 kilograms of feed as input, I get 1 kilogram of beef, or I get 5 kilograms of chicken, or I get 9 kilograms of insects. The ratio is so high. So why are we settling for something as low as beef? So the question about nutrition comes up. What do I get from eating these little insects as compared to eating beef or pork or chicken? This chart from the FAO shows us the breakup. And let's look at this whole idea in a new perspective. Cows are really hard to take care of. You need land, you need water, and you need a caretaker for them. Moreover, cows contribute to 18% of all the CO2 emissions in the world. And that's just the cow itself. The cow's dung releases methane, which heats up the globe 20 times faster. Crickets and grasshoppers are nowhere close in magnitude to the cow. Also, these small insects eat the compost and convert them to essential protein. I'm not saying let's completely annihilate the cows. Let's just cut down the amount of beef and pork that we're eating and eat more of insects. Because by 2050, beef and pork become as expensive as caviar is for us right now. Some other factors that are affecting the earth right now are major spreading pathogens. Let's take the example of the swine flu virus. It is not potent to the pigs, but when humans consume that pork, it is very potent to them. When it comes to insects, since our biological makeup is so different from humans, when we consume a virus that affects them, it won't pose much threat to us. It's not going to be about going to the forest, hunting, finding insects and bringing them back home. There are 6 million species in the world, and only a few of them are deemed edible. There are activists in Netherlands and Europe right now who are cultivating insects on a large scale as an alternative, sustainable, nutritious source of food. Dutch company Jumbo has taken to selling insect-made products in the market. Isn't that a revolution in itself? It takes very little land and water to breed insects. 5 Canadian graduates from Canada have started setting up farms in Mexico to cultivate insects, and they're willing to bring this to a larger scale in the world. People may find it queasy to eat insect as a whole. So for these individuals, they can try cricket flour. It's very nutty, but very rich in protein. This cake is made in our very own bakery from cricket flour. Bitty Foods, a big confectionery company, manufactures most of the products like cookies and cupcakes from a dough that is based off cricket flour. It's just a mindset that people have to overcome. 20 years ago, sushi was considered revolting in the West. What do you know, 20 years from now, you could be walking around eating insects like you eat a bag of crisps. Look at it as a new way of saving the earth. Look at it as a way of updating your feed 20 times faster on Twitter or Facebook. It's just a new method, a completely different idea that you have to adapt into your life. Think about it. Good day. Thank you.